Hello, this is Peter Thanchny from medievalist.net, and we are here doing a video book review. Today we are reviewing the Second Crusade 1148 Disaster Outside Damascus. It's written by David Nicolle and is published by Osprey Publishing in 2009 this year. Osprey Publishing puts out quite a lot of books about this size, thin kind of guides to military history. You would see from medieval, ancient, modern history, battles, campaigns, particular types of troops. This is just one example. Example is one of the more recent books. The author is David Nicolle. He does quite a lot of books for them on the Middle Ages. His specialty is Arab arms and armor, but he's probably most well known for the books that he does here with Osprey. He does quite a lot on the Crusades, as well as just medieval European history. The book of itself is a guide to the events of the Second Crusade in the Near East and Holy Land, where a campaign is led primarily by the kings of France and Germany, Louis and Conrad, Holy Roman Emperor Conrad, where they wind up getting to the Holy Land and trying to lay a siege on Damascus in the year 1148. The siege doesn't succeed terribly well, and actually ends fairly quickly with troops return back. There are a few other kind of minor skirmishes involved in here, but it was a very large setback for the Crusades and for the 12th century and for the Kingdom of Jerusalem. Some people would call it a turning point in the Crusades. And as where you see it, it's an interesting little period. It hasn't got a lot of coverage, unlike, say, the First or the Fourth Crusade, which got a lot of press, a lot of books about it. The Second Crusade doesn't get quite too much. So it's quite interesting to kind of see this kind of book. Now, in terms of review, like, is this a good book for you? I would say if you don't know a lot about the Second Crusade, or like you're just getting interested, a book like this is quite a good read for you. An excellent introduction to events. You get descriptions of the various armies involved. You get the leaders of the Crusades. You get the kind of overall strategy of what was going on, as well as what happens in the battles, the various fighting, and even the aftermath of what's happening here. This isn't for a person like myself does a lot of medieval military history. I read it. You don't find anything brand new in this kind of book, and I'm not expecting to. I often get I've gotten a couple of other these Osprey books if I want to find out about a particular battle or campaign or war that I don't know very much about. So I enjoy getting Osprey books for that, but it's not like the highest level of scholarship. You don't find Nicolle's not trying to give you a new theory of what happens in the Crusades, or is making a large analysis of what's going on. You also the book, other kind of issues might be with the book is, for instance, the other parts of that crusade, most notably the siege of Lisbon, Portugal, that actually happens as part of the Second Crusade. I think it's about 2 lines in this book. Other parts, like the crusade events in Eastern Europe, they get no coverage at all. You don't get anything about the religious aspects of the crusade. Don't get covered very much. Something like the campaigns for raising troops and promoting the crusade, those things are kind of left off the pages, for instance. But you do get I think a fairly good explanation of what happens in the battle. The book also has plenty of illustrations. Uh, we get some are drawings, which I don't particularly like the drawings myself, but you do get photographs, maps as well, and I think they're really quite improving. First of all, with the photographs, I noticed that they're in this issue, this volume, it's much more sharper. I noticed some of these images than previous materials, and their maps are starting to improve quite a lot. They're kind of looking quite like military maps, how they should. If people are more interested in the Crusades, I might also ask them to suggest that the book, The Second Crusade by Jonathan Phillips. Um, you can see it's a little bit thicker, a little bit more in-depth. Would be another kind of example of, as another book that just came out. There are a few good articles as well about the Second Crusade, which you can see off our website. Otherwise, but it's still, I would definitely recommend this book. If this is your first chance to read about the Second Crusade, this will give you pretty much a good account of what's happening in the Holy Land, what actually happens in the siege of Damascus, and I would definitely recommend it. Thank you very much.